5 at the Conservative Party conference and protest at the minute against the Conservative Party. It's an amalgamation of groups like People Before Profit, Northern Independence Party, Socialist Workers Party, stuff like that. Yep, make sure you smash like. Good morning, little man. Got 2 portable chargers today. We're going to be over right up until both portable chargers die. So we should get a few hours out of this live stream. After the protest ends, we're going to go put them up to near the Conservative Party actual conference and see if we can spot any politicians. Maybe ask them a few questions. I'm good. Hope you're well too.
Stop being scabs. Were you successful? How much did it cost you? 50 pence each. Brilliant. You've got to take this scanner. See the ones that you can claim for.
Cheers, mate.
Up now. Cheers, mate. Any older? Despicable creature.
He doesn't know.
Nope.
Yeah. Here there in the background. Zoom in. Also just underneath the Blackpool Tower. That'll be a good shot in fact. Remember to smash the like button if you haven't already. Cheers Clown Jules, shout out Clown Jules as well, go check out his music.
Last call for Jenny Hurley. Train is leaving.
I only heard about it last minute as well. They're doing autofocus.
Yeah, the autofocus video. We'll have to move around some settings.
Oh, is it got eye on now, yeah?
Yeah, it's got
Oh, I'm live now, by the way. Just warning
Hello,
us.
folks. Is there anyone watching?
I've got a couple watching. Gotta say hi.
Hello.
Check out Ryan Jenks 24.
There's 100 people.
Maybe 200.
The lefties and sorts. You're a donkey.
One in 10 of figs.
Dying from it.
Have you googled the mayor to check if that was the mayor that we've seen before? Is that the mayor that we've seen before?
The 9-minute warning coming up, some of the Samba bands arrived and the rest is well ashore nearly here. So if anybody needs a wee, you've got a 9-minute warning.
9 minutes. Let's go for a walk though.
No, actually, no one's going to vote for it.
Are they? Cakes.
9 minutes.
Are you ready for the really long march?
Yeah, it's around the corner. I'm live. I don't.
Literally, I mean, the funny thing is, I kind of think that, you see, what I would do is spread people out that a little bit further, because I think it'd be funny to have people here started as it ends there.
Is it at one of the entrances, or is it just a random?
I think it goes to St John's Square, but whether that's one of the entrances or not, I don't know. I mean, but they're going up there and turning right. If it were me, I'd go up there and turn left. So you more or less go around half of the building at least. But also, I'd have started the march down on the South Shore, and so it got more attention coming up. I mean, starting here, it seems a bit odd.
What's happening in there?
Again?
That's the tower.
But I don't think it was that big that busy though. Mind you, it's the first sunny day of the year, isn't it?
Because there'll only be less people up there because of COVID.
I know, I don't. It's the restrictions and stuff. Yeah, it's mad that, isn't it? Seeing that on stream.
Moving around in the sky.
Play.
The metal thing swaying back and forth.
Why is it dangerous?
Wait, what? Well, windy day that.
Oh, there you go.
It's supposed to bend over so far to show how windy it is. We've got the further down there. So I came over once during a storm to get storm pictures, and
Did it
used
go
them
mad,
with a
yeah?
wave crashing over them. With 400 mil from down by the other side of the Central Pier. Must be a 4-minute warning.
9 minute warning. Literally a minute ago.
But PCS drummers are not far off. They're leading the march, but they're not here yet.
There's a PCS.
Huh?
There's part of PCS
So
behind
the
it.
Samba drummers.
Oh, right. Those that are always in Manchester.
Yeah, most of them from Manchester, Hebden Bridge, Tumford and that kind of area.
Are any of them the MPs?
Sorry?
Any of them the local MPs?
I guess not, would be my guess. Most MPs don't walk around with Labour branded.
Who?
No, because no one likes a Labour MP.
Maybe at Vortester.
It's do less than Tory.
Well, it's in Bradford they keep saying, well, it could be worse in Bradford. We could have a Tory council said no. In many ways, it'd be better because at least then we're attacking the right side. You know?
Goes through what? RMC, so 4 minute old side, right.
Oh, the one that we were facing right now. Start till 1 now. Start till 1 now.
Baldy sort of agency.
Right.
It's not.
Yeah. 1 o'clock though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a while, yeah. Look out for that.
Oh, yeah,
Build up.
yeah, this is why it would have been good to go on their charter train.
Why?
Manchester stand-up racing got the train,
Oh, they can.
and it was like £20, you know, to
What, a whole train?
what train carriage.
Oh, right, Jesus.
And they were selling them on Eventbrite for like £20.
Right.
But,
What do you call it? A bandit? West Coast? Alright. Big up, isn't it?
Yeah.
it's all the fun that people like to get.
The train home was five though, so you'd literally go to the protest and then you'd be back on the train back to Manchester.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Like so that one coach?
The train, yeah.
Yeah, no, was.
So you'd have to get your own train back if you want to stay in the lane.
Yeah, oh right, so it's like, yeah. Fair enough though, which like
Yeah, it is fair. Price of a single.
Well,
that.
if so they bought the carriage,
Yeah.
and then they were selling them cheaper to people.
Right. Right, so it's subsidised. Right. Cost a fortune. Sort of bad. Fucking hell, yeah, diesel war.
Is it someone going inside the conference? Yeah. What's happening?
Brilliant statement from Nibevin about the NHS and all that. How do they do it? Slave on the line, they've got a ring of steel set up for us.
Remember to smash the like button, shout out on Facebook and Twitter.
We have some more each other.
We want to go
Because of his crowds.
He's going back to the other bit. Yeah, about it. Garden chocolate factory.
Yeah, he's got the fake fucking corporal fucking thing on his.
That's what Bannerman got arrested for, that.
Oh yeah. He was walking around yesterday giving it the big one to all the coppers.
That's Anthony, 6 years. You're live, aren't you? Actually, I'll fuck him.
All the flags are facing the other
Well, we
way.
started speech in 10 minutes. Started talking 10 minutes.
Was it 12 o'clock already?
It's 12:15 now. So, do you want to go back to the front?
Wait, let me get a couple of speeches and I'll come back with you as well. I literally need like 1-2 speeches. No speeches start in a minute. I'm going to head down to the actual conference, see if we can catch any MPs coming out.
Of the P&O cruise line and what's happened to their jobs this last couple of days. Very important speaker. So over to you, Darren.
Thanks very much, everyone. Thanks for the opportunity to speak here today. It's been a very hard couple of days. I'm sure you've all read in the news about what happened. And just to go back to them events on Thursday morning, we were notified by our members on board the vessels that there was a communication sent to the vessels and that the vessels wouldn't be leaving the port that day, that there may well be disruption, and a further announcement to be made later that day on the viability of P&O ferries. Straight away, myself and regional organisers went to the various ports because we sensed that the tone of the communication was not a very good tone. And within an hour we then started getting reports that there was buses being shipped in of crew on board vessels to replace our members on board the vessels. They were also accompanied by security with balaclavas and handcuffs on the basis that the crew might not take the news very well and may well become challenging and there may well be a kickback. The company that's brought them in is a UK crew. I've been planning this for months. At this on Thursday. We mobilised very quickly and we had demonstration in Dover on Thursday morning. This is around 800 seafarers who were affected. Some of them have worked for the company in excess of 30 years. And some are just embarking on a career. Because as a maritime nation, we claim to be a proud nation, and we claim to say that this is a future career for kids that are leaving school. And this is the way that they've been slapped in the face. The notification from the employer then came at secretaries of the RMT and Nautilus were in with the DFT. And that announcement was done on a pre-recorded Microsoft Teams, and he said, but as of today, you were made redundant. No consultation with the trade unions, no understanding of what went on, no indication from the company, no discussion of any description, and even the crew on board didn't get wind of this until it happened. We mobilised yesterday and we had around 450 people in Liverpool. We had about 800 people in Dover. We had about 250, 300 people in Hull. And we had about 80 or 90 people in the Port of Larne. On Monday, we will be having a parliamentary protest outside Westminster, and Keir Starmer has managed to get an emergency debate on what's going on at P&O. The political will and the political desire that is needed to address this issue needs to happen now. We don't want political pity, and we don't want political apologies. We want our members back on board them vessels, and whatever it takes to do that, direct action, political intervention, international solidarity with workers where these vessels are trading to, in Ireland, in France, in Holland, in Belgium, then we will make sure that we do that with the support of the trade union movement, with the support of the public, and hopefully with the political support in this country, although we're not holding our breath because they haven't done nothing for many, many years. What we're seeking right now is that the government detain every single vessel around the UK coast that is owned by P&O ferries. This is not just about P&O, and this is not just about seafarers, because if they get away with this, they set a very dangerous precedent. And whether you're an ambulance driver, you work for the Royal Mail, you work in a shop, you work in a bar, irrespective of what industry you're employed in, irrespective of what union you're organised by, if they get away with this, it's coming to you. In every single area, it's every individual's fight, it's every union's fight, and it's every MP's fight to address this disgraceful act by P&O Ferries, who's bankrolled by DP World, who took money in excess of 10 plus million for furlough payments, who've been given tax breaks through the tonnage tax system, and who DP World has just been granted free port status in the UK with concessions. So colleagues, the one thing that we ask is that you support us wholeheartedly in any way that you can, whether that be on social media and getting the message out and building public support, whether that be writing to your MP, whether that be taking it back to your own workplace, whether that be discussing it with your colleagues in the pub, in your workplace, wherever it may be, because it's an absolute disgrace, and we need to make sure that this doesn't go away in 2 or 3 days. We need to make sure, as long as them seafarers are not on them vessels, that we're talking about it, that we're taking action to the streets. And as my late General Secretary once said, if we all spit together, we'll drown the bastards!
The workers united will never be defeated! The workers united will never be defeated! The workers united united, we'll never be defeated. Yeah!
Solidarity to you all, and we'll be there with you for the fight. Our next speaker is our Secretary of Blackpool File and Wire Trades Union Council, Ken Cridland. We owe all this to him, not all, but I mean there's been others, but he's been the stalwart of putting his life on hold to get us all together here today. So please give a big welcome, Ken.
Thank you. I wanted to make a couple of points today, following the speaker for the P&O. The first point I must make is about the ferries. The Trades Council wants to put forward a simple demand to the government that they should commandeer the ships, put the workers back on the ships. If they haven't got the right officers on board, put naval officers in like they do in a war situation. Get the stuff going backwards and forwards as it should be on those ships in the national interest. If they commandeer the ships and get them, then when they're in negotiations with that big multinational company, they'll have a strong hand. That's our demand. So we're fully backing the workers, and we very much hope that they will win, but it's going to need all of us, as we've just been told, to keep behind them. That was point number one. The second point is about us. And yes, it wasn't just hard work, it was actually quite a lot of nervous energy, because when I got the phone call, at least they rang me up, because I was local and I was the Trades Council. They rang me up before they called it off to tell me. And we had an interesting phone call, because the Northwest Secretary rang me up, was obviously didn't want to make that phone call at all. And that's probably why you've probably heard about this from him. Thank you. If Francis O'Grady was nervous of calling a demonstration here in Blackpool, well, I think we've given the answer today, haven't we? Look around, you made a wrong call. You made a wrong call. So to start with, there was nerves. We're going to be half a dozen of us, outnumbered by the police here today. Was it all going to be a damn squib? And then the messages of support started rolling in. I was going to read them out, but I can't. Lynn would kick me off. Sharon Burrows, the General Secretary of Unite. Rebecca Long-Bailey MP. I've had an email from a member of the House of Lords, which I will read out because it's the most unusual message of support I've ever had. I don't normally get them from members of the House of Lords. But Trades Council after Trades Council, individual officers speaking, sometimes saying they're so sorry they can't be here because they just cancelled things or were using a coach that was going to be organised through the TUC. We know we may be hundreds here today, but we're speaking for thousands and thousands and thousands. So I will finish with that message from the House of Lords. What did it say? Did it say, "You great unwash, get away from our conference"? Actually, it didn't. It said, "Dear Ken, congratulations to all comrades taking to the streets to protest at the Tory Party Spring Conference. This Tory government is leading the most appalling programme of legislation designed to demolish the NHS, criminalise any kind of protest and attack all aspects of our democracy. The cost of living crisis being wished on working families and communities will see more people plunged into poverty. It is willful and it is a disgrace. We have to stand and fight. I offer my full solidarity to you all today until we have defeated this awful government. Christine, Baroness Blower of Starch Green." Just in case you don't know Christine Blower, she was the General Secretary of my union, the National Union of Teachers. So when I got to the bottom, I wasn't too surprised. She was nominated into the House of Lords by a previous member, the previous leader of the Labour Party, when he had the opportunity to put people in there. You can see why he put him in there, can't you? So once again, thank you to everybody that's come today and made this a fantastic success and sent a very powerful message, not just to those people in our winter gardens, but to everybody in the country. We can fight back. Thank you, Ian. Next up,
we've got Ian Hodgson, who's the president of the Bakers Union. Ian.
Comrades, sisters and brothers, thank you very much for coming to Blackpool. Listen, the first message I want to give though is to the RMT on behalf of the Bakers Food and Allied Workers Union to say we stand in solidarity with you. Anything you need from us, just let us know. But whenever you have a picket line, whenever you tell us you want us out there on your picket line to stand with your workers, we will be able to mobilise some of ours and come and stand with you. Because your fight is our fight. And you're absolutely right. An attack on one of us is an attack on all of us. It's a traditional trade union message of support and solidarity. And you know, Ken's also right. Today, when you march through the streets of my town in Blackpool, this is the first time in decades people have seen people from the trade union movement here standing up because all they believe is we've vanished and we've gone away. And you know, those Tories in that building want people to believe that being a member of a collective organisation won't do you any good, won't improve your pay, won't make your security any better. And also, can I say this? And please, Keir's asking a question in Parliament for you. But yesterday, what a disgrace to hear the Deputy Leader of the Labour Party suggest a gentle reminder to P&O that if they might lose custom for what they've done. No, Angela Rayner, you say to P&O, if we get elected into government, you operate like that, we'll take your business off you. We don't tolerate treating workers so disrespectfully. And another message to all of those politicians, because they do believe, you know, they believe they've beat us. They believe we've got nowhere to go. They believe that we now just have to accept what they do to us. Whether it's here today in Blackpool, in London, where they're marching against racism, and to say let the Ukrainians in, but let all refugees in. No borders. No borders. But I have this message for the politicians that tell us about this cost of living crisis and how we have to be prepared to shoulder the burden. It isn't a cost of living crisis. It's a greed crisis that they've created. It's no longer an eat or heat. It's a life or death survival that we are in. It's a fight for every community, every town and every city. They think we're beaten, but I tell you, I was on the promenade and I remember this. When I look out and I see, because remember I'm local, I see the tides of history flowing in our direction. We're not beaten. And when our leaders understand, you fight the Tories by demanding a minimum wage of no less than £15 an hour. You fight the Tories by saying we're entitled to welfare benefits that don't demonise but support people, and a pension that we can live on without having to get part-time work to subsidise it. And we end voter opportunities for MPs going to food banks to open them up because we enshrine in law the right to food. Solidarity.
Fantastic.
I'm going to head back down for the conference.
Keep clapping for Ian, that was brilliant. We're all on board with that. Our next speaker is Felicity Dowling, and she's speaking on behalf of Liverpool Women's Hospital.
We all need the NHS from before we're born till we pass. And it's either free, universal and comprehensive, as your grandmothers fought for and built the NHS during the Clinton days, without charges and without people making promises. The NHS
What's that, sir? Oh, yeah, man, that's it. Yeah, I'm going to the middle bit, yeah.
Yeah, I'll turn around there in a few minutes.
Yeah, man, see you there. Yeah, so if anyone's still watching, we're heading down to the entrance of the conference now. See if we catch any MPs on the way out. We'll be heading back up to the protest after, see if it's still going until 1 o'clock, maybe just after 1. Gonna be down here, see if we can see any MPs. Finally started doing speeches. It's got smaller. What?
Do you know Little C?
Little T?
How do you explain Little C?
Spark 50, I'm gonna make you a little distance.
I think you need to see the video.
The 13-year-old. Oh, he's not 13-year-old anymore, is it?
Probably like 9.
See, Will and he did an interview with him now. He's like 18 now.
Oh, the stop bullying one.
Yeah, Jason, watch this.
Did you?
This is like... It gets so much worse.
Have I missed any? 1 o'clock it finishes, yeah. Glad I've opened this, I'm guessing. everyone's going to be coming out at once. Oh, is it like this before? No one's commented in ages. I don't even know if anyone's watching.
You get that 300 on because what might be the case is they'll come out there and fuck off straight out there.
There's no quick way around that side.
I think by design, yeah.
Well, you can go down the alleyway, turn right.
Yeah, but you can get your line.
Depends how fast you run.
They can either pull it right up there, if they was going to do that, the car would already be there. So it would literally be the loading bay back.
Can't get out of the ground there, Ryan. You know, for everyone to fuck off in. You are?
Should we go around the other side?
I reckon this side might be better.
I reckon it. Well, I meant where Mog went.
Oh yeah, what you mean? Can do, yeah.
Because if they're going to come out and go that way.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Do you want to do that?
Which way did Mog come out?
Yeah.
We'll go the same place as that.
Mog went out to the right, didn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll somehow get around that way.
Through the shopping centre.
Steve. Not that way.